To all the first-time homebuyers out there, welcome. In this video, I go over some more common errors that people make when they buy their first home, and by the end of this video, you'll be armed with the knowledge that you need so that you can avoid these mistakes. Stay tuned because I'll be releasing part 3 of this video very soon, and you don't want to miss that. And in case you didn't catch part 1, you can take a look and click here or in the link in the description below. And don't worry, you don't need to watch these videos in any specific order. Buying a home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. In my experience working with numerous first-time homebuyers, if you follow my advice, you'll have a fun, simple, and straightforward home buying experience. So let's get right into it. Error number 4 is choosing the wrong realtor. Now we already have a great video on how to choose the right realtor, and you can check it out here, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now this error comes in 2 parts, and the first is using the listing realtor to represent you as well. They may tell you that because they know the seller and know what they want, and now that they know what you want, that they can come up with a really easy deal and they'll make sure that they're gonna get the best deal for you. Or they might tell you that they represent your best interests, but in reality, their loyalty is first and foremost to the seller. This is wrong because you need a realtor that's gonna play on your team to properly represent your end of the deal. So here's an example. We have 2 opposing soccer teams and they're playing a game against each other. And the kicker is that the same coach is coaching for both teams. And if the coach's job is to lead and guide their team to a win, then how can this coach lead both teams to win the game? He just can't. So that's the difference between a client and a customer. In this scenario, the seller is the realtor's client while you're a customer. And for clients, a realtor can give them advice, but for a customer, they cannot. So the second part of choosing the wrong realtor is choosing the realtor solely based on your personal relationship with them. We all want to help our family and friends by giving them business to help them succeed. And of course, I'm super grateful that I've helped my family and friends buy or sell a home. But what I'm saying is, take a step back and consider if they're going to be the best fit for you, as well as being able to help you achieve the best outcome. And if it happens to be your family and friend, then that's great. So you have to ask yourself, are they the experts in the communities that you're looking in or the type of property that you're looking for? And you gotta weigh business versus personal. Are you gonna be able to keep it separate, and are they? Because keeping them separate are key to ensuring that your real estate goals are priority. And how comfortable are you with your family or friend knowing the inner workings of your financial situation? So choose the realtor based on their experience and the value that they bring, and not solely on your personal relationship. Error number 5 is letting your emotions guide your decisions. Although buying a home is highly personal and linked to your emotions, don't let them cloud your judgment, because at the end of the day, it's a business decision and you should treat it that way. This might be one of the biggest investments that you make in your lifetime. And with any big decision, should you make it happy, sad, or even angry? No. And by keeping emotions out of it, you can make sound financial choices, and a good realtor is going to be there to help guide you throughout the process. Error 6 is being closed-minded to all your options. And there's 2 things I want to touch on. Number 1, never trust the photos online. I'm sure any of us can think of at least one listing where the photos don't match the actual home. So there's kind of 2 scenarios. One is there's really bad photos online. Someone took it off their phone, has the wrong angles, the wrong lens, the lighting's not good, it just doesn't present the home well. But when we go there, it's a great home. Or on the other side, maybe the photos are beautiful, it's professionally done, the home is staged, everything looks great online, but when we go to the home, someone did a horrible DIY renovation and it's just not a great home. So the moral of the story is you have to see homes in person. So if you're looking online and you see a listing and it's a home that fits most of your criteria and it hits your what's, whys, and your vision, then maybe it might be worth taking a look at in person. So don't immediately write off that listing that has bad photos or get too excited with the one that looks beautiful and perfect, because the only way that you're gonna know is if you go and view it in person. And the proof is in the pudding. I've had a few clients before not even want to see a few homes that they ended up actually buying. So don't just trust the photos online. Another reason that you don't want to be closed-minded is being too narrow in your home search. And in part 1 of this series, I taught you the vision exercise and understanding your why. And just a reminder, the perfect home does not exist, but we can always come very, very close if we understand what we're looking for. So let me tell you a story about a client of mine who I helped to buy a home recently, who almost had to learn a very hard lesson. And let's just call him Peter. So Peter and I, we met earlier on and we did the vision exercise, but he had a very narrow vision and he came back with a list of 10 items that he ranked number 1 that he must have. And sometimes that's okay. But in Peter's case, because of the location we were looking in, we did end up finding 3 homes that match all 10 items. But guess what? They were $100,000 to $200,000 over his budget. So that's not gonna work. Meanwhile, 2 of the homes that we saw that only met 8 out of the 10 criteria and we initially passed on ended up selling. And Peter calls me and he says, Jazz, I really regret missing out on these 2 homes for not being so open-minded. And what we did was I helped him to revise his vision exercise to understand what was actually important and rank them properly. And luckily enough, another home that met 8 out of the 10 criteria came onto the market and we made an offer right away, and that's the home he ended up buying. So lesson here is there are features of a home that you can't change or easily change. These are things like location, layout, or how big your backyard is. And there are things that you can make improvements or renovate, are things like buying new appliances or changing the colors of the wall. So you need to pick and choose what your vision is like. And because a perfect home does not exist, sometimes what you'll find is the homes that are within your budget are only 70, 80, 90% to your vision, and it might be up to you to make up that last little bit to complete that vision. Area number 7 is not knowing all the programs there to help you. In Canada, we have a couple. One is the first time home buyer incentive, and we already have a video on that, so you can check it out here and also in the link below. And the second program is the home buyers plan. And this allows each participant to withdraw up to $35,000 from their registered retirement savings plan, or RRSP, towards a down payment for a home. And there's no penalties or taxes paid when you make it for a down payment for a home. So who's eligible? First of all, you must be a resident of Canada, and you also must use the home as your primary residence. You can be a first-time home buyer and qualify for this. Also, if you have not lived in a home that you owned within the last 4 years before you apply, then you are also eligible for this. And if you have a related person that has a disability, you can help them through the home buyers plan too. This program is great for 2 main reasons. Number 1, normally if you withdraw out of your RSP and it's not for a down payment through the home buyers plan, you're gonna pay a hefty penalty and have to pay the back taxes. Because of that, it's a great mechanism to help you save for your down payment for your home, because it's in there and you can't take it out without paying the penalties. And the second reason is, normally when you contribute into your RSP, this amount is tax deductible. So you don't actually have to pay income tax on that portion for that year, because we already pay enough taxes, right? You have 15 years to repay the amount you withdrew for your down payment back into your RSP account. And repayment doesn't start until 2 years after your home purchase. So it gives you a little bit of time to do that. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by liking, commenting, and sharing it. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll know when part 3 of this video is released, and we're coming up with more real estate and mortgage tips for you. My name is Jasmine Lai with the LiveInnerCity Real Estate team, helping you keep real estate simple. See you next time.